Okay, was checking out this article here from WUSA 9, CBS online here, a recent article about Jeff Bezos when he attended a recent Washington National Cathedral public forum and spoke there about space, on the future of space. And I will leave a link for this article. But anyway, it says, you can call Jeff Bezos a lot of things. Billionaire, entrepreneur, Amazon founder, but he might prefer the title Barnstormer. They were pilots of the Roaring Twenties who offered anyone with the courage a chance to soar. Barnstormers of the past would take their biplanes, land in farmers' fields, and take people up for a few minutes so they could experience flight, Bezos said. 100 years later, a new Roaring Twenties is witness to another type of aviation pioneer. As founder of Blue Origin, it's now Bezos who offers the chance to soar, not to the clouds, but to space. And he goes on to say, the planet looks so big from the ground, but up there where what you see is the immense blackness of space, and you look down and there's this jewel that's just vibrant with life, and it's so precious. Bezos said every single passenger has returned to Earth with a profound new perspective on our planet. Actor William Shatner is among them. The moment Star Trek's Captain Kirk stepped from the capsule, Bezos was there to greet him. He was so emotional. There were tears streaming down his face, and it was transformational for him, Bezos said, witnessing Shatner's reaction. It was one of the most moving experiences of his own life. So, the article goes on to talk about how Bezos was a big fan of Star Trek, and he grew up watching it, and it was great, honor basically to give William Shatner, 90-year-old William Shatner, the opportunity to fly into space. It was a great thing actually. However, I got to say this now: Bezos at the same time does not believe in that we're being visited. He does. Admit this. He says when he's asked about what are the odds of that there's other intelligent life on other planets, he says, how could there not be? There are so many stars just in this galaxy, and then so many galaxies. The odds that we are the only intelligent life in the universe seem vanishingly small to me. But when he's asked if we have been visited by extraterrestrial beings, he says, I very much doubt that. I think we would know if we had been. Are they out there? Probably. I love this one. I think we would know if we had been. I think we do know, Jeff. You're a billionaire, man. You're, a smart guy. I mean, you made this big, giant business. You have a bunch of people working for you, and it's you're just like one of the richest men in the world, and you don't know. You don't think so? You don't think we're being visited? Have you been paying attention to the news the last couple of years? Seriously. I mean, have you not seen the comments made by people like Luis Elizondo? I mean, and didn't you notice that the Pentagon admitted, there's stuff out there, we don't know what it is. You have people in Congress talking about, looking into this better, passing legislation that will set up an office where, they could study this and analyze it, Haven't been paying attention to any of these things? I mean, you're going into space yourself. You think you would have some sort of an interest in what might be coming from outer space right now and for years. Have you not read any of those books out there, the well-researched books written by numerous different people over the decades? Have you ever heard of Betty and Barney Hill? What about Travis Walton? Do you ever, you think they're all these people are lying, making it up? I mean, I would think that someone of your stature though would know better than make such a really uneducated comment. Or maybe it's just this. Maybe, you can only go into space, like, you and your billionaire buddies are only allowed to go into space, on the proviso that you sign some paper saying you'll never talk about the possibility that there's aliens coming here. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. I mean, maybe you're required by the Pentagon, someone in the Pentagon sometime back. If you're going to start your own little space program, hey, just keep in mind, it's off limits is to talk about extraterrestrials coming to this planet. All right, you got it, Jeff? Everything else is okay, but just don't cross that bridge. Possible. Why not? Who knows? I don't know, but I'm just a little surprised at how someone like Jeff Bezos could make that comment. Obviously, especially when you talk about the last few years here with the Pentagon admitting that there's objects out there we do not know where they come from. I could assure you they're not coming from China or Russia, and other people out there have made those assurances too, including Luis Elizondo, who used to work at the Pentagon, who's made it clear that these things are not Russian or Chinese because these things have been around for decades. It's these kind of things have been being talked about for decades, have been cited by pilots, and pilots have engaged them in the 50s, 60s. You think that China and Russia had anti-gravity technology in operation back then? Because if you do think that, then how come they didn't destroy us back then with their incredible technological advancements that they would have had over us? It just doesn't make any kind of sense, because back those countries hate our guts. They hate the United States. They hate them. They hate us. And for the most part, we don't like them either. We don't like the dictatorships and communism and all that kind of stuff. I mean, some people, I think, actually do like dictatorships here these days. But for the most part, most Americans love freedom and democracy and voting. Others don't. Anyway, it's just a thought. Hey, Jeff, again, wake up, man. Wake up. You should know better, man. You should know better. Yeah, you really should.